There was news, and Spem, I'll put you on the spot about it because I didn't tell you during the break. The Jared Goff text message to Ben Johnson.
I got the video.
You got the okay, perfect.
Yep.
Let's hear this because I want to set this up and I want to get the background to it because I think that's another thing that says a lot. Run it, Spenmo.
Jared texted me and he's like, St. Brown, huge year. That's all he said. Just St. Brown, huge year. So Saint has attacked this offseason, probably like he's attacked every offseason.
St. Brown, huge year. That's from the quarterback.
I got one word. Duh. Right? Obviously.
No, but D-Mac, could this get stratospheric this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, yes. It absolutely can because isn't the bar set the lowest with him because everybody goes, but he's only a fourth rounder. Unless you are privy to what we see on a day in, day out basis here and know what he means here. I think it's his coming out party this year for the rest of the league. And yeah, I mean, he's the go-to guy. I mean, they know it. Jared Goff knows it. When I see that and hear that, they're developing that, what I said. I use the comparison of Stafford and Kupp. Right? Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, that sort of on the same page, that mentality. And these little things when you text the coach and stuff like this, just letting you know that means they're putting in the work. And the fact that, Ben Johnson, where you usually say, oh, he's worked harder than he ever has this offseason. No, he's worked as hard as he ever does. He's got that full gear. So, yes, absolutely 100%. This is probably for just great things to come.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. An expert has weighed in. Dr. Clappin Cheeks. And if anybody would know, it's Dr. Clappin Cheeks says St. Brown is ready to clap them cheeks. So, hey, it's his expert opinion.
Giggity, giggity.
Let's go Red Wing Sparty. He'll get the TDs this year. DNC ENT. St. Brown over under 1,000.5 yards. Over under 92.5 catches. I'm hammering everything.
So here's the devil's advocate, right? Because it goes into something else where, we'll leave it to Mr. Positive, Brandon Katz, who said St. Brown will be doubled and bracketed all your teams who know who he is now, and the Lions don't have a second receiver. Duh. Why do you think you're hearing all the stuff out of Sam Laporta in the tight end position or whatever? They're two guys over the middle that are going to control the middle, right? So, yes, but it's the same thing as, does Amon-Ra St. Brown not have the characteristics of what we hear about Devontae Adams, arguably the best receiver, where he's got three moves for every guy to lock in, to know what a guy's going to do for whatever else. I don't care how many guys you put on certain guys, they're just not coverable in today's NFL because of the way the rules are. So that even goes to the imperativeness of how to the tight end position and helping each other out.
Rack says, I don't like it. Ben Johnson talking too much this year. Needs to go back to being more mysterious like last year. LOL. That was pretty funny.
Rake, because this is the audition, right? This is right there's what you saw is the first audition for his head coaching job next year. Like you're gonna see it all play out, and we don't like to hear it. That's why it's so important right now. But right there is you're gonna see that next year, him standing there as a coach's podium. That's just the way it is. It's the maturation. Right? We would like it that way, Rake. Absolutely. Better to us, but it's not going to be that way.
Casey says St. Brown's a solid possession receiver, but don't get too hyped. And Casey, look, I know what you're doing right here. You're lumping it in there with everybody else the same way. There's the progression. You'll continue to see the progression because I think his yards per catch is going to go up this year. I honestly believe that. Where I think you will see him in a more aggressive role this year. You will see him, and just given the nature too of figuring out his way in the NFL, he already puts the work in the off season, Spenmo, and you know the body and everything like that, and the training that he does. Wait till he figures this thing out fully. Yeah. Spenmo, I'm telling you, man, I'm with I think it was DNC ENT. Those numbers seem like free money to me. Mm-hmm. They seem
for
like
sure.
He is going to be. I think when this season's over, nationally, especially for a lot of people, that's why this Chiefs game is so big. ASB rolls out there and has 11 catches for $140 and a touchdown. He loses that. Oh, he's a solid possession receiver. Yeah. I'm tired of hearing that shit, Spenmo.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, okay? Writings on the wall, the tea leaves or whatever. What is the playbook? Right now, you know the playbook opening up because of the preparation in the offseason or whatever, who they going to lean on early in the first game, national television, everything on. It's going to be his coming out party to people who don't understand how good he is. I think what you just said there, Neil, could be possible. Now, can Goff, can Ben Johnson scheme him into a lot of things like that? I think it's possible. So he could have that breakout game where we're coming into this talking after game one is no matter whether the Lions win or lose, but Amon-Ra, St. Brown, what a game, and everybody going, oh, it's not just this possession pony anymore.
Yeah, CSC, Antoine Green will help out the Lions more than people think. CSC, there is not a person in that locker room more than Antoine Green that didn't want to see that Mims trade.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Antoine Green at this point, he's not even in my stream of consciousness right now when it comes to the Lions. I don't know if that's bad or not, but I think he'll be relatively irrelevant, at least for the foreseeable future. Maybe I'm a hater, though.
That's a strong possibility. Real quick, too, Ben Johnson in that clip, D-Mac, he already sounds like a head. He is a head coach loading.
100%.
Yeah.
And I was going to say that right now, and Rake said, yeah, that's his point, is that I don't want to lose him too quick. I said, he's already gone, bro. How many shortlists? Hey,
You're on borrowed time.
How many shortlists, Neil, just like, right, out of the ownership to whatever like this, right? When we're out golfing or whatever, say we are owners of a team and we're trying different things out, you got to know that, hey, you check this Johnson kid out, whatever, like last year, he didn't go to Texas last year, didn't make the move, but after this year, he's on 4 teams this short list right now.
No question.
Right. So I think the writing's on the wall, and I think that here's the thing: nobody's hiding from it, right? The Lions aren't. It's more of this. They understand that this is going. That's why they got to get that system and the Johnson system in place, and who's going to come up behind him, who's the next guy, sort of in line, because it's that culture that has been developed here. So, yeah, he's pretty much, and any success. Playoff, you know what I mean? Any success, it's gone for sure.
We got some breaking news. As the top 100 list continues to roll out, the 70 through 61 have been released, and 70 is Joey Bosa, 69 Knights Matt Milano, 68 is Zach Martin, 67 Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Wow.
66 Jared Goff, 65 Darius Slay, 64 Aaron Jones, 63 Grady Jarrett, 62 Bobby Wagner, 61 Deebo Samuel.
So Deebo Samuel and Amon-Ra St. Brown in that same.
Within 5 spots.
Yep.
And guess what? Easy, suck my dick. That means Penny Sewell is going to be top 50.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We both thought they were going to be in there. He just thought Amon-Ra St. Brown would be higher than Penny Sewell based on, because he's a receiver and linemen normally don't get as much love.
Okay.
So
That'll be next year.
Yeah.
Easy? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he knew they were both.
I'll return to my previous statement.
Put your knife back in.
Yeah.
Jeez, you pulled that right out of the sock real quick. Yeah, exactly.
I was ready to go to battle.
I'll draw my lightsaber on that one.
Jeff Olson says, St. Brown has a mentality of a Hall of Famer. I see a lot of Mike Evans and how he carries himself. And Jeff, I didn't like that comp at first, but I'm with you. Because Mike Evans is just a good receiver, like a great receiver. I don't know why Amon-Ra St. Brown has to have this label on him, like he's a slot possession guy. I understand why. I know why. That's the progression. And you'll see him shake that this year when he is dynamic. Dynamic he will be this year. Not like NFC North dynamic. NFL, period. Dynamic. In the discussion, in the running, with everybody. Yes, guys, all of the great receivers in the league, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You don't believe me yet because you haven't seen it, and that's fine. That's my job here, to tell you about stuff that's going to happen. That will happen this year. And you'll see it, and that's fine. And I won't be mad at you. You just had to see it first. So there's nothing wrong with that.